welcome back to another episode of Nemsun on Utopia, on the Utopia³ server. And we're just sorting a few bits out at the Warlords base still. Still got plenty of things to do here. I'm just figuring out the layout of where I want things to go. I'm trying to find the outside edge of the wall here, just so I don't block anything off that I need to keep. I think that's got... yeah, that's okay. Right, so I'm tapping into this energy conduit down here to try and get some energy powering machines up there. And I think I'm going to get there. It's just a little bit of a struggle to get things working right. And is that going to let... ah, that's one of those. Darn. Okay, well, I'll just have to bring it straight down a bit more then when I just bring it straight down here. Into there. Okay, block this off. Not worried about the flooring necessarily just yet. I'm trying to keep things as neat as possible, but it's a losing battle sometimes in Minecraft. Especially Feed the Beast Minecraft, you have to just move stuff around as you need to add stuff in. Constantly updating and creating new things. So yeah, I think that'll probably do it. Let's take that one away. Video, thank you. And pop a bit of cobblestone in there. I just have it running straight down the wall like that, that'll be fine. And that should be hooked up to the main system downstairs, because this has been hooked up still. Let's go and have a look, see if that rolling machine is getting power. Yes, it is. So we're all good to go there then. Right. So the plan is to run the power along underneath. So I'm just going to run it along right now and let the rest take care of itself as I put machines on the top of it. I was thinking about putting that rolling machine inside here, inside this system, but I think it'll be alright. I think it'll be okay. I may make a load more interfaces though, but I do need an output for everything as well. This is the problem that I'm having, is keeping things neat and tidy. It just won't look right. I could have just put storage chests down here and have processing downstairs, but I wanted to see what the machines would look like along here. That way people could access them by hand if they wanted to. I'm not sure if it's going to work now though. AE, the Applied Energistics, still doesn't have a particular cover strip in this version as far as I'm aware. I know there's panels in the new version, but this is the 1.4.7 version, and this pack, the Ultimate, isn't going to be updated anytime soon again, so we're now dealing with it as it is, and the mod creators creating it into the 1.5.2 and then the 1.6 version, which has new features for the AE system. Features I would love to have right now, but I don't, so I'm going to have to figure it out the good old-fashioned way. As an example of what I'm setting up here, let's just look around the back here. I've got, as you saw last episode, the import of redstone and the import of ender pearls constantly into those two machines, the magma crucibles, to constantly keep developing the liquids and pushing them out to the side. And those machines on the sides here, the liquid transposers, are now full up thanks to those. So that part of the system's working fine. But then we've got an input and an output, and they have to be on different sides according to the controller, the configuration. So I've had to use interfaces underneath and interfaces above. So the interfaces above will be that I have to put a crafting recipe in there from a pattern in order for it to know to use that machine, and then the machine will spit it out into the AE system below. You can't use import buses from thermal expansion machines, it seems. They just don't like it. So I've got all of these rigged up as well to post the items down into the AE system. At least they should be. Even this thing here should be output down. So that should be both outputs down, no outputs out, nothing to the back, and input on the top, nothing from the side in this case. So input top, output bottom, that's as simple as it gets for that one. This one should also be input top, output bottom, yep. And the other ones, well, they just haven't had anything done, they're just output bottom, because the powered furnace and the sawmill is all just enter stuff by hand at the minute. I could rig it all up, but for the amount of use it's going to get, I don't think it's worth the AE crystals to do it. And that also looks neat and tidy. Anything with an interface on top we can request things from. Like for instance the pulverizer. For some of the thermal expansions I need hardened glass. Now if I take the hardened glass out, it should give me the crafting recipe. No, it does need a crafting recipe in there, you see. So I need to make hardened glass, and to make hardened glass I need pulverized obsidian. And I've got obsidian dust that I can craft there. So if I crafted say 10, begin, it would start up the pulverizer, put some obsidian in the pulverizer and pulverize it. So the interface above has got the pattern in it that says obsidian makes obsidian dust in this machine. So as I said craft it, it sent the amount I said to craft from the obsidian down into there, and will exit bottom, which is why it's getting put straight back into the machine. Click the wrong thing. So that would be obsidian will now be that I'm getting obsidian dust entering into the AE system automatically. And I use lead and that in the furnace here in the induction smelter to make hardened glass. So I have to tell it there that 2 obsidian dust and 1 lead ingot makes hardened glass. So now it knows the process, that if it hasn't got any obsidian dust it can make it, and if it has got obsidian dust and lead ingots then it will make them and put it into hardened glass for me. So it's making hardened glass for free. Now there's a load of other processes. I could spend ages at the Warlords base sorting out tiny piles of tungsten, put them into a fabricator and turn them into a tungsten dust, and then what do we do with tungsten dust? What do we do with aluminium? We could do all of these little things constantly to automate everything. But the Warlords base is still fairly laggy. This is still running at 14 as opposed to the 10, 11, 15. Yeah, it's still got its moments. But taking out the solar panels above did help a little bit, and it still feels okay. Doesn't feel too bad. Recording quality is not too bad, I hope you think. Yeah, that's good. So what else are we going to set up here? It's very, very straightforward setup when it comes down to it. I request items and they get made. Now, with the example of energy conduits, I've now got the redstone energy conduit crafting. It should know how to make all the component parts of the energy cell. So let's put energy in there. take off all the subsets. And the empty energy conduit is the hardened glass that we're making with electrum. And it knows how to make that as well in the system, or at least it should. Let's put that through the test. Craftable items, we have the empty energy conduit. So it knows how to make the empty energy conduits in order to craft the redstone energy conduits, which is great, isn't it? Tesseract frames. I need to program it so that it knows how to make tesseracts. If we have a look at the tesseracts, we've got 3 different types of tesseract, and in order for it to learn to craft those so that we can put them through, which will be the energy, oh, get out of there, the ender juices, we need to put the crafting recipes up here. So we're going to make a couple of those. So first of all, the Tesseract frames. Have I got any Tesseract frame? Tesseract frames. I've got some unattuned Tesseracts there, so I'll take one of those. I'll take a crafter Tesseract frame, begin, and then I'll take it. So a Tesseract frame going into there makes that. And then we'll check see what else we need. So an energy Tesseract is an unattuned Tesseract, yes. A liquid Tesseract is an unattuned Tesseract, yes. An item Tesseract is an unattuned Tesseract. Okay. Pneumatic server, and that is a redstone conductance coil. So we need to pattern provide a lot of these, and that attuned into unattuned we need to make up downstairs and bring back up. So we'll just do that one first. I'm going to get the down the stairs, flight pack off. So I've hidden this round here. It's not really hiding it so that no one can see it, it's just hidden. So an item Tesseract frame equals an unattuned Tesseract, and give it a blank pattern and encode, and now it knows. So now I should be able to take that upstairs, drop that into there, and if I order one, then it will make it for me. So that will go into the ender one. Yep, so we put that pattern there, and now we'll pop these back away. And if I ask for a Tesseract, an unattuned Tesseract, let's take those 9 out. So it now allows me to craft unattuned Tesseracts. So if I craft one, begin, it should now put it into here. Oh, put it through there, into here, and as you can see, it's filling the Tesseract frame to make it an unattuned Tesseract for us. So we've got that much. The rest of the process of making the Tesseracts and other thermal expansion stuff is part of normal crafting recipes, as far as I'm aware. So all of those things can go into this huge crafting beast over here, which we've got 2 pages of stuff from the Tesseract frames, the assembler, the energy cell frames, and the energy conduit frames. So I'm just going to make the other basics of thermal expansion. So we've got them in here ready to quick craft, and I'll be right back in a moment. Okay, so we're nearly there, guys. I've been doing quite a bit. Now just working on making this particular pattern. Now we've pretty much got all the component parts in there for thermal expansion. We've got a second page, we've currently got lots and lots of the parts, and I'm just crafting that, so we should have it so that it knows how to make an energy cell for us. Not that I want to make any energy cells, because I've got quite a few already, but as soon as one of the Warlords needs an energy cell, then it should be there. Now an energy cell needs to go in the redstone side, which is over here, so put that in there, and now it knows how to make redstone energy thingies and that. The other thing that we need to get it to learn is how to actually make the things themselves. So let's have a quick go at that. So an empty energy cell requires a cell full and a conductance coil, lead with electrum. So that goes there, and then this full cell goes there, which then tells us that we can make an energy cell. Hey! And then we put the pattern in and encode it. It's all very, very monotonous going through all of the patterns, but once you've done it, it's like you never need to remember how to make a crafting recipe for these ever again. You never need to check NEI ever again, because you just go to the thing and you just say, I want energy cell, craft me an energy cell, please. One of them, thank you. And then it crafts you one. Now, in the AE system, these all seem to be slightly different charges, because some of them are ad use, some of them haven't had use, and so on and so on. But they're there. It's all there. It's all good. Now, the other things that we're going to be making are the Tesseracts. So, where are my Tesseracts? Have I subsetted this too far? That thermal expansion. Yeah, just straight out thermal expansion, but there's no Tesseracts there. So I'll search for them separately. I'd just search for them that way and clear that. Right, so the first one was the energy one, which is a conductance coil, an unattuned Tesseract with electrum, and this needs silver and lead. And then we'll craft that recipe out. Get that on there, that on there. Silver either side, lead on either side. I think the worst part about this is that you've got to manually enter them all in. So that's how you make a Tesseract. Okay, this one, you see, there's no question mark to say, yeah, just stick it in NEI for me. So this one's copper, silver, tin. So you just keep crafting and crafting and crafting and crafting. You put them all in place. It's very, very simple, and it becomes an awesome, awesome thing to just be able to click and just say, I want one of them, please. Now, item Tesseract is that as well, but it's tin there, silver there, but it's tin at the top as well. So let's change that out for another tin, and we should be good to go with an item Tesseract. Boink. Thank you. Right, so now it knows how to make almost everything, include the three main things, the four main things that you actually want out of thermal expansion. All the different types of energy Tesseracts and an energy cell itself. And it's got all the parts for that. Another thing that I'm interested in making automated is some more engines, because we want the magmatic engines. And magmatic engines require invar with a transmission, a piston, and some invar gears. Okay, well, I don't know if I've got invar gears and pistons and stuff. Let's have a look. Gear, well, I can craft them, so let's craft one, begin. And piston, I'm pretty sure I haven't got a piston plan yet, but I'll take one for the recipe. I might do some original normal vanilla recipes on there as well. And the transmission coil, I believe I've got transmission coils. I'm going to need the invar, so let's grab some of that. I've also taught it the recipe for invar, so that's pretty good as well, isn't it? Coil. So the reception, conductive, transmission is the one that I haven't made yet. Begin and take. Thank you. Nice and simple, that one. So we've got the piston at the bottom with the two cogs there and the coil, and 1, 2, 3. There we go. So now it knows how to make magmatic engines. And I could sit here all day doing this, setting it up. I've only got 2 pages though, so that's a bit of a problem. But I think I've achieved enough in the last half an hour setting it all up, so we've got everything we need, including the energy conduits. Redstone energy conduits aren't in there, but they are available because they go through a process. So craftable now shows us that we can go for energy conduits. How many do you want? No problem. It knows how to make Invar ingots. No problem. It knows how to make the hardened glass. No problem. It knows how to make all of the parts required to make pretty much any of the thermal expansion machines. So if you need a machine, you can just come and craft the parts and get the machine made. There's no point automating machine making. It's more the things that you use regularly, like the Tesseracts and the energy conduits and potentially the magmatic engines, that we need to keep automated. So, that being said, that bit's done. We have the ability now to craft, auto-craft, using this range, and also do anything else we fancy. So we could take some, let's take some wood. Let's go with stored and craftable. Let's take some wood. Let's take some oak wood. Let's take a stack of oak wood, and I fancy making some planks today. So you take a stack of oak wood, you put it in the sawmill, and as it goes through the sawmill, it should just eject itself straight out into the AE system automatically, so that the AE system then has a load of planks, and the planks should be going up as it gets processed. Yeah, there's no point automating things like that because, well, just because there's just no point, is there? There should be something like that in the system, and if we're short anything in the system, we've got a crafting monitor so people can check to see what is missing from the current crafting lot. Now the other machines and things we've got to go down here are going to be more difficult, and I'm not looking forward to making them automated. And this, you can see, is fairly automated to go into the AE system, but not really automated to come out of the AE system unless there's an actual pattern required. And I've still got these ones to check out. There's like the induction smelter, it's currently got 2 patterns in, the 2 things I need for there. The pulverizer has 1 pattern in there at the minute, and we could pulverize just about everything. We could basically change all of our ores to pulverize metals and sort it out that way. But that's not really what we want to do up here. Up here should be crafting things that you need around the world, which is where this section comes in. More MJs coming in, but we need to have things like the forestry crafting. And without running a wire along the top and potentially along the back, there's no real way of automating it with the AE system. So I've decided, rather than trying to automate it all, we will just set it all back up in a similar way to the way it was before I started messing around with it. Doesn't look like there's anything else in here that we really need, so I'll just put these few down. Let's go fabricator there, carpenter next to it, squeeze the other side of it. Why not? There we go. Why not indeed? And then we should really have cobblestone stuff going around it, shouldn't we? So we've got plenty of space for more machines to go down here as and when we need to. Some more cobble. But right now, that bit's as good as I need to make it. I've sorted out the blue electricity side of things. Now these are slightly automated in the fact that certain resources get pumped directly into the furnaces, and these chests here, this one has got all of this sort of red power sorting system stuff that I ripped out earlier on in a storage bus that's told only store those things. So that's like, this is the chest that you store these things in, so it won't store it anywhere random, it'll always be in the chest. So you can come to the chest and get it. And over this side we've got a similar setup, but this is all the wiring stuff. So it just knows that all the wiring and materials get stored in this chest, and it looks after them. I just need to put a cap on the top, but I've done that so you could see how it's wired. It's just generally wired straight up through the floor, and I think it looks okay. It matches in nicely, and if I just put a cap on it with another bit of wood, it should be perfect. All the IC2 stuff. Now, with the IC2, we do actually have import bus capability. However, we also need to put power in it. So one side needs power, one side needs input, and one side needs output. And I'm not 100% sure whether you have to output from the bottom for IC2. So what I want to do is test it out in theory. So we need import buses. I'm really running short on supplies. I did a bit of quarrying, but I'm now running so low on supplies that I don't know where I'm at anymore. So let's go and see how many import buses we can make out the system. Get in. This suit is so super fast. Doesn't let me through anyway. Oh, I've had a few days out. I just forgot now. 55k redstone. I've been pumping a bit of redstone out of the system as well, but that's okay. So let's turn the reggae chest off. Wow, look at them numbers. I've been using it so much. We want import. Import, not import. That's better. Crafting import bus, and I reckon we'll need at least 20, because I'm always using them. So let's just get 20 crafted up, and away we go. Look at them resources going down. I'm running so low, but I'm going to use them all. I'm going to use import buses in everything. I need some export buses as well, yeah. Crystals, crystals, crystals. I may have to start doing some quarrying around the area some more to get these things, or start a mining world or something. Now we've got a decent server, I might be able to withstand a bit of mining without overloading the server. Import buses. There we go, thank you. Right, let's head on back over to the base. Right, so in here we are going to put an import bus on the back end of this machine here. What is this machine here? This machine here is the iron furnace. That's a good place to start. So let's put an import bus on there. So it will now import anything we put into there. And this will also be able to be set up to say, if you put something in there, then do this for it, which is okay, works the same as the thermal expansion stuff. So let's get some ore, some basic ore. We've got a lot of iron ore, haven't we? So let's take this one piece of gold ore and see if it works. The iron furnace, put that in there. It needs fuel, of course. Why isn't this the electric furnace? I've possibly broken the electric furnaces and put iron furnaces back in their place. Oh, right, okay, so moving on. Let's make an electric furnace. I'll be right back when I've changed these round. Right, so we're back and we've got electric furnaces. Now, I've taken a bit of time here because I was pretty sure that I placed the electronic furnaces, and I was pretty sure that I'd put overclockers in the electric furnaces. That I placed 2 of them. And I've been back into some old footage. Let's just put this on while I'm here. Let's put some iron ore in there. I've been back since then and looked at my footage, and it is showing that's gone. That I actually did build the electric furnaces and put the overclockers in, but I just didn't use the footage on the episode. So, as you can see, the AE system's taking in whatever there. So I don't know what's happened here. I think somebody must have been along to do something and accidentally broken them without using a wrench and put them back as iron furnaces, and I've only just noticed. Don't know when it happened, but they're fixed now. Another little thing I've done while I've been messing about was put some bits around here just to seal it off and finish it off. I think that looks pretty good, and we've got some shelving there for tools and things that are red power. And over on this side I had a bit of a thought, and I might work on this next episode. It was seeing Doodart's portal just here. Dudot's got a quick portal to his base and back, and I thought, why not make some of those portals? What are they called? Portals? I know they're called portals, but are they called the stable portals or static portals? Portal spawner, that's the one. So we're going to make some portal spawners, and it makes 2 per one. So if I make four miniature black holes, 8 diamonds, make 8 of these, put 1 in each Warlords area. So there's a portal to the workshop to mine, portal to Tanhan's, portal to Dudot's, portal to Bowlef's, and a portal straight back again, just to give us quick and easy access to this system. And then we should be pretty cool. However, first, before I start making those, I'm going to make some quarrying up. I think we've got 2 quarries in the system that we've been using for. Yeah, Dudot made a quarry and I made a quarry, and they're both in the system at the minute. So I'm going to be using those quarries to quarry out a large area to get some resources back. I went running around to get some bits and pieces, and I found some quartz dust around with me Fortune 3. So that's pretty good. So I've got some more to work on, because I needed a few more bits to automate. And I want to automate what comes in from the quarry as well. So I'll get that bit done, so quarries can just be set up. Automate the stuff as it comes into the AE system, and then the stuff is accessible straight away. But that's for another episode. This episode, I think we've done. We're pretty good. We've got all the basics here for machines, and you've seen a few ways of using the AE system to interact with different types of machines. And we will do more. The next episode will probably do something on AE auto smelting, which is not really much different from this, but I'll show you anyway. And we'll get some valuable resources and maybe do a bit of quarry tutorials, because I don't really do a lot of quarrying, but I've got some ideas. So until next time, guys, enjoy yourselves, like and subscribe, and see you next time in Utopia.